Give us a call at 989-895-5252 for all your moving needs. Boxes, packing supplies. No move is too big or small for us. Visit us at www.twomen.com.
Wine glasses are full. The Divas are ready. Now back to the Divalution show.
Hey, we're back. We're here with Juliana Tacey and our new friend, and I hope that you'll come back and see us often.
I would love to.
Very good. It's really nice having you here.
Thank you.
So you wrote this book. This is Robin Devereaux-Nelson, In Violet's Wake. Tell us a little bit about what inspired you to write this, and give us a little synopsis.
Well, actually, margaritas inspired me to write the book.
It must be good.
Yeah. Actually, a group of women, we were having drinks, and there was a woman that we knew who kind of went through men a little bit. She'd go from man to man to man. And I made a very bad joke and said, wouldn't it be funny if all of her boyfriends got together and had a support group? And then I went home and went, damn, that's a good idea. It's really funny. So it actually started out as a movie. So the movie script was written first. And because I didn't believe that I could write a novel. I could write a short story, I could write a movie script, but I can't write a novel. That's crazy stuff.
But you
what
could
girl
write
from the farm writes a novel? Who does that? So there's this, it's not a contest, but it's a kind of a writer's helper kind of site. It's called NaNoWriMo. It's the National Novel Writing Month. It happens in November. And the challenge is to write 50,000 words in 30 days. And your prize at the end is your book. So they've got all kinds of support system in there, and there are other writers, and you friend each other and cheer each other on. And so I decided, it happened a few months after I lost my job, and I said, I'm going to do that. I have time. I'm going to challenge myself, and I'm going to do NaNoWriMo.
Isn't that fun?
So I took that premise, and I turned my movie into a book, and in the 30 days. So what the way that the book came about is I was in a slump with submitting, because when writing is really hard.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think that we all sit around in our pajamas and our fuzzy slippers, or drinking and smoking.
Eating bonbons.
You can't afford bonbons because you're a writer, but you can maybe get a Hershey bar once in a while, but that's about as good as it gets.
A Cadbury if you're feeling extravagant.
Exactly. But it's really, really hard work, and submitting is probably the hardest work because you have to market yourself while you're submitting. And many submissions charge reading fees, so it gets expensive if you are really gung-ho. And I was in a slump, and I had been submitting articles and stories, and nothing had happened for quite a long time. And I saw an advertisement for the Fabry Literary Prize. It was for a first novel for somebody who had never been published before. It was free to enter. Ding, 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 ding. Free was really good. And so you had to submit the first 100 pages of your novel. And I was really irritated with myself that day. I was in a very bad mood. And so I just copied and pasted it into an email without even thinking about it, on an impulse, and sent it and went, there. I sent it in. Who cares? Nothing's going to happen. And I forgot about it. Well, a few months later, I got to thinking about it.
Wonder whatever happened.
I was like, I wonder what happened with that. Yeah. So I started kind of stalking the Fabry Literary people online. Who won the Fabry Literary Prize? And there was nothing. So I finally emailed them and got an email back, and they said, it's between you and another guy.
Wow.
So we would like to see the rest of your novel.
Oh, my God.
So they had me send the rest of my novel, and then I was really seriously scared and nervous because I hadn't edited anything. This was my,
copy,
it was the rough cut from the NaNoWriMo thing, and I was, in my mind conjugating verbs and doing all kinds of crazy writer stuff. So I waited again. It went past the deadline again, and I thought, this other guy must have just gotten it because it can't happen to me. That's crazy. So I emailed them again, and they said, as a matter of fact, you won. So I got a national award, the Fabry Literary Award, and with that award came a publishing contract with Counterpoint Books, and an advance, which no new writer ever gets an advance anymore, and also a marketing budget. And they assigned me an editor, and I went through the whole process, which took about a year.
Wow.
So it was a learning experience. So the
That
whole
is
thing,
so
getting the
fun.
cover
That's a really good
designed,
story.
and I had to get an attorney, an entertainment attorney, and there is one guy in Ann Arbor. He's awesome. And as soon as it came out, I got contacted by an Emmy Award-winning company, and they asked me about the movie rights for the book.
So is there going to be a movie?
There will be a movie, but probably not until I produce it.
Oh, good.
So, yeah,
good.
Yeah.
So the movie will be like the book.
Yeah,
and
they
like
actually.
You want it
Yeah,
to be.
the business is really. It's really hard. They were very excited and interested. They emailed me back and forth for about a month. They had me make several changes to my script, and then just decided to pass after being excited. But asked me for more movie scripts. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Take this one or nothing.
Well, I just kind of backed off a little bit then, and I was still involved in classes at Delta. I was part of the film production class there, and so I wanted to learn more about making movies before I pursued that anymore.
That's very interesting. You're a very interesting person.
I'm a very crazy person.
That's what makes you interesting.
Well, it's my brand of crazy. I guess it's okay.
It is. It's just fine.
Yeah.
So, and then you make these artistic clothes that are one of a kind,
Yeah, they're kind of fun.
and they're gorgeous.
Thank you.
I want to feel them. I'm a very tactile person.
I am too, and I think that's why my art has kind of gone to clothing. I worked as a sous chef for a while, so I'm very sensuous in things that you can smell and touch and taste, and I think that's why the clothing excites me so much is that it is tactile, and I love being able to make something that is one of a kind that a woman feels really wonderful in. And my business is called Witch Stitchery,
Which is really cute.
And some people have gotten really upset about the name because of the witch part, and it's basically because what happens is magical. I take these clothing
right.
and turn them into something else, and it's really odd how so many different sized women can try the same piece of clothing on, and it fits all of them beautifully. It's just a really cool thing. Or how I'll find one piece of clothing in one thrift store, and somebody will give me a piece
And
2 years
go
later,
together.
and they are perfectly matched. And so how they happen are magical, and I love
that's a
watching
cute
people
name.
try the clothes on it, because I can't wear them all, obviously. I make clothing for every size woman, and I make clothing for our kids, and it's really cool to see people try
So
them
do
on.
you take commissioned projects?
I do. So some folks have a really favorite piece of clothing that you might get a stain on, maybe a wine stain. I'm not sure how that would happen, but
Well,
you might get a stain on
I don't
something,
have
or
any clothes
a
like
little
that.
rip, or something. And I will take that piece of clothing and turn it into something really cool because you love it. So
You know what? I have a skirt.
you should probably pass that on to me.
And okay.
Okay.
Oh my God, that's so exciting. I have loved this skirt, and I can't, it's too small on me now, but the material, I absolutely, it's kind of, I don't know, it's vintage, I guess.
Yeah,
it's
I do a
red
lot of
with
vintage
yellow
things.
and like a mint color flowers pattern on it.
How cool.
Oh, I just love it.
I
I'm
can
going to
make
bring
that
it to
happen.
you.
Okay.
In a top. Will you make it into a top?
I can make it into something.
That's so exciting.
I know.
I-
I might look at it and say, this is now your new evening gown. You just never know, because it could be something really cool. It's really fun.
That's
It's very
really
fun.
cool.
And I do have a big trunk show coming up.
Tell us about that. Where is
the trunk show is called the Women Who Rock Psychedelic Dream Trunk Show.
Oh, that is
And
fun.
it's going to be at Tri-City Brewing Company on August 15th. There are going to be food trucks, all kinds of great beer, and I'm going to have everything set up there. My friend Jen Buckley makes fabulous jewelry out of stuff that goes really great with my clothing, so she's going to be there. So I will have my creations. I will have some vintage clothing for sale, handbags, shoes, and then also some outfits that I have styled, things I've put together.
Nice.
So you can buy the whole outfit because a lot of women have a tough time with that. You know,
That's
they're
putting it
not
together.
sure what goes
Right,
with what.
right.
So I'll put these little funky outfits together, and
That's
you
fun.
come and see me. And
You know, we have something I wanted to talk to you about too. Coming up, it's called Fire Roast and Trunk Show.
okay,
It's on the 29th of August.
I see.
Linda Cervantes is
I
the
love
fire
her.
part of that.
Well, yes, she would be.
And we're going to roast our producer, Josh Sharrow,
That's awesome.
and then Trunk Show.
okay.
So I think it's going to be really fun. So tell some of your friends, because we want handmade stuff there. You know,
Okay, that
artisans.
would be
We
great.
want artisans
That
there.
would be great.
I need to find a good soap person, a person that makes soaps.
Oh, okay.
You know anybody?
I actually do know a lady, but I'm not sure if she's doing it anymore. But she made some wonderful, wonderful soap.
We we went to an event once that there was a soap lady, and I'll be darned if I can't find her card. I've been looking and looking for it. Anyway, if you make soap, call me. So she's a very interesting person.
Of course.
Yeah, you need to hang around with us more, I think.
You'll probably get into a lot of trouble.
Let's vote. All those in favor of her hanging around with us more.
Hi.
Okay, it's
okay.
unanimous.
It is.
Hang around with us, you will.
I know her from. We're gonna. Hang
Which is
around
really
anymore.
funny.
I mean, I can't believe that. You know, she just popped up, and I go, "What are you doing here?" So
Yes.
yeah,
You never know where I'm going to turn up.
this is true.
Like a bad penny.
Now I didn't say
Good
that.
penny. Good penny. You're a good penny.
Shiny, brand new penny.
I don't know about how shiny and new I am, but
But you're
but like a
one.
fine wine.
There you go. There
Aged
Beautifully.
beautifully.
Yes.
you go. She has a funny look.
I'm really
on her
making
face.
a really bad face right now.
You can conjure it up in your head.
Okay, I shall
Okay.
conjure it up in my head.
Yes. I said conjure because of witch stitchery.
I noticed that. That
thought
was
of
very
some-
clever.
Thank you. I thought of something you could do if somebody's offended by the witch part. You could put a question mark after it.
Oh.
Witch stitchery.
Well, I'm pretty sure about it, so I don't know. You know, I guess I figure if somebody's really that offended, then, you know, don't buy my clothes. But, you know,
Yeah, but
it's...
there was this stuff that was iron-on that used to be called Stitch Witch. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, you just ironed it on. It would fuse the two pieces of clothing
Oh,
together.
like you
was
used it for
called-
hemming and
Yes.
stuff? Yeah, I remember
Yes, it
that
was.
stuff.
Yeah, that was great. I mean,
But it was witchy.
yes, it was.
And
You know
stitchy.
why? Magic. It was magic. It was witchy and
Magic.
stitchy.
There you go.
That's right.
So, yeah, you need to go on Facebook and find Witch Stitchery because that's where you put all your clothes. You put quite a few things on
Yep.
today, I noticed.
I did. I was working today, so I normally what I do is get a few pieces together that I know are going to go together, and then I spend a day sewing and painting and putting things together. So I usually do quite a few pieces in a day, or I'll have things all pinned together that need to be.
Oh, and then you just sew.
Yeah. So
That's a good way
I have
to
to
do
think
it.
about it first. I have to meditate about it a little bit.
Well, that's
So-
the magical part, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I am on Etsy. I do have an Etsy store. It is Devs, Devz, Witch Stitchery, and Etsy.com. So you can find me on Etsy as well.
You know what? Write all that stuff down for me, and we'll put it on our Facebook page so
That'd be
people
great.
can find you.
But if we do have local folks who are interested, you just get in touch with me so you don't have to pay shipping. You just, call
And
me.
how
like
would
I
we?
drive
How
to-
would we get a hold of you?
Oh, on my Facebook page.
Okay.
On the Witch Stitchery by Robin Devereaux.
Okay, so we'll put that on a link to that on our Facebook page. That's very cool. Hey, we also have a thing called Half Off Diva Deals now. And it's halfoffdivadeals.com. Go figure. And this week, it's half off Heather's Restaurant.
Ooh.
located at 205 3rd Street here in Bay City. And you pay $25 and you get 2 gift certificates for $25.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
Yummy food.
And they didn't give us very many of them, so you should probably get